So I planned on doing this all in one video, but I wasn't able to because I was rudely interrupted. Sorry for that. So I took the hairdryer, and it's mostly dry to the touch. There's a few spots like right here, and right here that are still wet, as well as some of the sides. But we're gonna slowly start peeling this off, and then we'll see what's underneath. Trying to see if I have a piece, because normally I would try to keep it. I hear a fly. I'm hoping it's not stuck in some of my resin on one of my pieces. It's wishful thinking. Probably stuck in some of my resin. But whatever. So I'm just going to try to slide that over just a little. I'm going to put this here. In case we can keep some of this. So I'm just going to start with the obvious spot because this is already partially up because it didn't go all the way down. And we're just going to slowly uncover these. And see how it did. And actually, before I stick that one down, if I hold this up, I think I can see where they were at before. Yes. So, for the sake of trying to reuse it, I am going to take the extra few moments and try to line these up with the outline that they were on. That way maybe I can make another heart with them. Okay. And I'm just going to tilt this forward so I can see where it was and try to line it up best I can. Okay. Pretty close. There's a little bit of a bubble in there, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out. That way the bottom remains sticky. Need to hold on to the side without messing it up. Okay, so yeah, I'm taking just a little bit of extra time because if I'm able to reuse these, then I'd like to. I recycle a lot. I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that if I can save something and reuse it, I'm totally up for it. Especially something like this that I have to pay for per design. Because decals are not cheap. Eventually I will have a Cricut machine or something along those lines. But for now, I do actually pay for my decals. They are not cheap. That was a little extra sticky. Okay. It's coming together, guys. Here and here. And there's a few edges that are a little jaggedy where some paint went under. But that's fine because I have a really beautiful metallic gold paint marker that I plan to use to go around the edges to help clean them up some. It's pretty good. Cover that, hold that this way so it won't leave jagged marks. So far I'm kind of really loving this. I didn't want to use black as the color that I painted over with, but with all the colors that were in the piece, it was kind of hard not to use black because I couldn't use I wanted to do red, but then there was a lot of red in the piece, and then I thought about pink, but there's quite a bit of pink in the piece. And if I had done one of those colors, then it would have took away from the color in the area that it was. And there's already white because we swiped with white, so I just ended up with black. Wasn't really the game plan, but it's working out pretty well. I can partially see where it was. So once I get one corner, it pretty much goes on pretty well. I'm gonna very easily remove some of that extra there. So because this one didn't stick quite as good, it did leave some lines. But it wasn't that bad. Okay. I do believe that the Pride swipe was the best choice for this heart. It's gorgeous, you guys. I don't know if you guys can see the colors as clearly as they are, but they're all color shifts, they're all metallics, except for the white that we swiped with. So bringing that out of the black actually looks really great. Okay, we're getting there, guys. I know this is kind of not the funnest thing in the world to watch. At least this part, but so many people want to know step by step exactly what you do, and they think that artists just purposely leave stuff out. It's not that we purposely leave stuff out, it's that we don't think you want to watch every little second. So some artists trim stuff to cut down the time so that you guys will actually watch the full videos and we get the view time. But if you'll just let the artist know, hey, I'd like to see this, you know, the full thing, I'd like to see how you do it from start to finish, then most of them will stop editing out stuff. For me, I don't have a laptop yet, so I don't have an editing program. So what you see is what you get. And that's just how it is with me. I'm sure I will edit some of this stuff when I get an editing program, but I don't have one yet. Okay, so here's my shattered heart that I am going to be able to reuse. And before I show you this, I'm going to go ahead and grab this tacky paper or contact paper and go ahead and put it back down on my heart. Make sure I get rid of all the bubbles. And this way, it is ready to go again for another heart. Okay, so here we are. And before I can do anything else to it, it needs to fully dry. Because I do want to do the gold paint pen, excuse me, to go and make the edges just a little more crisp. But I need to make sure the black is completely dry so that I don't mess up my paint pen. So we're going to let that be it for this video, and we will come back in the next video and do our paint pen. We'll let that cure, and then we'll come back and probably do a coat of resin. There we go. Okay, and then probably do a coat of resin. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the description below. And if you have ideas for future pours, definitely let me know.